Welcome one and all to the Cinegeeks Podcast, where movies, TV, and all things geek collide. I'm Roy, still joined by my lovely co-host Angela.
Hello!
Hey Angela. And for today's episode, we will be talking about the following movies. First being Under Parallel Skies, written and directed by Sigrid Andrea Bernardo, starring Metawin and Janella Salvador. And Challengers, written by Justin Kuritzkis and directed by Luca Guadagnino, starring Zendaya, Mike Faist, and Josh O'Connor.
Ooh.
Alright, so medyo may variety tayo ngayon.
Actually, sobrang daming movies na lumabas this week.
Yes.
And yes, variety is the right term kasi sobrang talagang iba-iba. Yung genre, we have action, adventure.
Yep.
Meron tayong romance. Meron ding thriller. May horror. This was a very jam-packed week for movies.
Yes. By the way, for the other films that we weren't able to discuss on the podcast, please do watch out for our written reviews going up on our socials and website soon.
Yes,
all right.
That's right. But before we continue, we'd like to remind everyone who hasn't done so to follow our pod wherever you listen to podcasts like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and YouTube.
Also, set your players to automatically download our new episodes so you don't miss out on our fun Cinegeek conversations.
Please don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, and X, aka Twitter, so you can join in on the Cinegeeks conversation. Also, visit our website, www.cinegeekspod.com, for the latest in movie and TV news and reviews.
All right. By the way, just a little bit of a teaser. In the coming weeks, we will be having a very exciting promotion. So that's all I can say at the moment.
Yeah.
But
our first one.
Yes, but actually not the first one. Meron tayong naging promotion nun once upon a time, pero hindi na tayo binalikan ng nanalo. Hindi tayo kinontak.
Oh yeah,
yung poster
sayang. Oo nga.
ng Mission Impossible.
Official poster pa naman
diba?
yun.
Sayang. Pero ito, I'm pretty sure you all will definitely want to keep your ears peeled for this one because it's going to be a monkey good time.
Ooh.
Yun na lang ang masasabi natin dyan.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. With all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about our first movie for this episode, Under Parallel Skies. A man struggling with a painful past tries to move forward, only to discover that the woman in his present life has an uncanny connection to his past. Okay. By the way, we would like to first thank our good friend Mark, aka Maganda Ba Movie, and Sir Ralph Cruz of SM Cinema for inviting us to watch Under Parallel Skies during its red carpet premiere last April 16, 2024. So this is an episode that will come out on April 19, Friday. So we saw this about 3 days ago. Okay. So, Ange, what did you think of Under Parallel Skies?
Under Parallel Skies has a special spot for me because it's set in Hong Kong.
Yes.
And as many of our friends know, Hong Kong is one of our favorite cities to visit. Yeah.
Yes, very much so.
I was so giddy to see all my favorite spots in the movie. They really featured Hong Kong well naman. As to the actors, I am impressed because I know Metawin is a Thai actor and he is from Brightwin fame.
Okay.
As we can tell, obviously during the red carpet, a lot of his fans were there. Yeah, he has a very present and active fan base here in the Philippines.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, but this is the first time I've seen Metawin in anything. So I have no preconceived impressions on him. And from this movie alone, I can honestly say na he carried himself well for somebody who doesn't speak English as a first language.
Okay.
Yeah, although some of his delivery were a little bit, not that smooth, and it's like he's trying to recall memorized lines.
Yes.
But I can give him a pass for that because it's not his first language, diba? As for Janella Salvador, I know naman that she comes from pedigree.
Okay.
Her mom is Janine Desiderio.
Sorry, I didn't know that.
Yeah, a
Today
theater actress.
Today I learned. Okay.
Mm-mm. And her dad is Juan Miguel Salvador, the rock star.
Oh, okay. Today I learned.
Yes.
Okay.
And from the Salvador clan, Philip Salvador. So, it's expected of her. From what we've seen her previously sa Malyari, I like her performance here better.
Oh, yes. There is no comparison for me personally. This is a much better performance from her. Not really because of, with Malyari, the deficiencies of the film isn't with the actors.
Yes.
Because if anything, that was the only thing we could give positive feedback about or on that specific movie.
Mm-hmm.
But even if you have Shakespearean actors and you give them a crappy script, like case in point, the Emoji Movie,
Mm-hmm.
you cast Patrick Stewart as the poop emoji. He's not going to elevate the film just because you cast Patrick Stewart.
Sir Patrick Stewart.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pleasure to see her be put in a role that she's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It's right up her wheelhouse.
Yeah.
I'm not really that familiar with the rest of her filmography. Aside from Malyari.
Uh-huh.
But from what I understand, she's a veteran of the romantic comedy genre.
She started young.
Yeah. Sorry, again, I don't know.
She's a child actress.
Okay. Well, so...
And
sorry.
I'm so happy to see her in a role that asks more of her.
Yeah, that's right. It's refreshing to see a Filipino film. By the way, this is not just a Filipino film. It's a co-production. If I'm not mistaken, it's a Filipino and Thai co-production.
Yes.
And
In
then
partnership with the Hong Kong Tourism Board.
Shot in Hong Kong, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a sense of maturity that is present in the script. And the script, of course, written by Sigrid Andrea Bernardo, who also directed the film, has already made a bunch of, dare I say, classic
Cult favorite
Filipino films. Like Kita Kita.
Yeah.
Recently, Pushcart Tales.
Yeah.
Which we unfortunately weren't able
missed
to
it.
catch because
Why?
Because we were in Hong Kong due to our mini hiatus as well.
Yeah.
So once you know that your actors are working with quality material, it's really just up to them to step up to the plate in delivering what the material asks of them. And on the acting side, just like what you said earlier, Metawin as
Burit Parin.
Burit Parin, his name, or Parin for short. He somewhat still shows a bit of, being green in terms of acting dramatically in a language that's not his first language. I can back up what you said earlier with him, showing a bit of, not really discomfort, but a bit of hesitancy.
Yeah.
Or, his acting isn't showing what you can call like an acting flow. So, Metawin as Burit Parin, or Parin for short in the film. By the way, the film devotes a lengthy amount of time making fun of his name.
Yeah, that was a quite
sure,
a repeated joke.
Sure, why not? But
A Filipino joke.
it's a very Filipino joke, laughing about someone's name. But we'll get to where the movie could have improved on later on. But talking about his acting as Parin, Metawin, I can see that he's really trying his best to, match Janella's energy and match her dramatic, I wouldn't say intensity, but the dramatic presence. Yes, thank you. That she is giving from the material. Because anytime that, Sigrid has a film or writes and directs a film, it's already expected to, be this quippy, sometimes funny, sometimes emotional dramedy of sorts.
Peppered with a lot of one-liners.
Exactly. And here, Janella seems to be the one taking the lead in setting the pace of the acting of everyone involved.
I agree with what you said because, as the one who is tasked to really carry the movie because it's, well, predominantly in Filipino and we follow her point of view mainly, she's the one tasked to carry the weight, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And he just needed to match Janella's effort.
But this is not to say that he isn't, bringing his own dramatic energy to the film. Because there are parts towards the middle end of the film that are mainly dialogue-free, but only features him in the majority of the screen time towards the end, where he capably acts his heart out.
Yeah.
When he's asked to really bring in the heavy emotions.
That's where he shined, in my opinion.
Yeah, the dialogue-free parts of his acting.
I think that's where he was able to really express himself.
Yes.
Better because it's not, it's not being spoken in a language that's foreign to him.
Yes.
So his emotive scenes, I think that's what you're referring to. Those are the scenes that Metawin really shined.
Yes.
And hold his ground. And that's where he matched Janella's acting.
That's right.
For me. And this movie actually banks on the chemistry of the two stars.
Yes.
And without that, I think, the story was a little bit tropey.
Basic.
Yeah.
Your basic dramatic, Filipino dramatic film. I mean, if you've seen one, you've seen them all. You know where the movie is going. You know the narrative tricks that the movie will employ as the movie gets closer to its ending. So you can kind of see where it's going because, of course, I mean, the film is not shy about dropping hints about where it's going. But along the way, you're right. You mentioned that it's not going to work if their chemistry isn't up to par, and thankfully their chemistry is actually the biggest strength of the film.
Yes.
Because when we saw this movie during its red carpet premiere, of course, part of the audience members were members of his fan club and her fans club.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime that you can get to them and get their roaring approval is automatically a win for these kinds of movies.
Yeah.
I was we were talking about this movie-going experience. I mean, immediately after, with
after the screening.
With our movie friends.
Yeah. Shout out to Goldwyn Reviews.
Yes, CJ says blog. Of course, maganda ba movie? By the way, I mentioned to them that, or the experience of watching this, especially the parts where it showed them being sweet to each other, is like watching Avengers Endgame. With how enthusiastic the crowd was.
Yeah.
How they were so into it.
It kind of makes me feel happy for them.
Yes,
and
exactly.
Energy was so magnetic.
I only can compare this to two other times that we saw a movie like this as well, twice before.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Yes, and the first one would be Rookie.
Yeah.
When we watched it during Cinemalaya last year. Of course, that movie had its core audience alongside us when we watched it. And the place was rocking as well.
Yeah.
Especially during the romantic scenes, the flirtatious
moments. Yeah.
Yes. And then the other one is When I Met You in Tokyo. So
also set in a foreign land.
A Filipino love story set in a foreign land. Yes. And there, of course, the fans of both Christopher De Leon and Vilma Santos were having so much fun. We were in cloud nine, watching the two of them become so sweet with each other.
Yeah.
And
you get a bit carried away.
Yeah. Actually, when
their reactions.
When we were watching this, you turned to me and asked me if I was also, I mean, the Filipino term is kinikilig.
Yeah.
Or
giddy.
Or guess if I was feeling giddy about, the romantic the flirtatious scenes on screen. And I told you that it wasn't because of the scenes, but more about how everyone was having fun or reacting.
Yeah.
And the fun that they were having was so infectious.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the best way I can describe this. If you're a fan of these kinds of movies, this is up there in the upper, I guess, 75 to 80%, 80th percentile of films. So it's on the good side.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's credit to the chemistry of the two stars.
Yes.
But, story-wise, let's go to the story now and directing and the screenplay. Of course, it doesn't offer anything new. It's not groundbreaking. It's not something we haven't seen before.
Yes.
Although it follows the formula and it does it well.
Yeah.
And, it was a nice time in the movies, but it's not really something that stood out for us.
Yeah, because, and we'll contrast this with the other movie we're gonna be talking about today. It's, I wouldn't say disappointing, but it feels kind of like the Filipino film industry is a bit spinning its wheels right now. They're just doing safe bets over and over again.
Yes, I agree.
I mean, sure, we'll have to recognize the fact that, yes, of course, this is a business and it's meant to make money, but it's sad to see that such artistry and pedigree is now being relegated to churning out these safe films.
You know what? I can actually, I'm going to be a devil's advocate. I think it's just, what it comes down to is fan service. When Metawin has a lot of fans, Janella Salvador has a lot of fans, put them together, and it's a successful film. It's going to make money. And it gives you good vibes, and it's a feel-good movie overall. And yeah, it's not something that you will think about after watching, but it's a serviceable movie.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this is the cinephile in me talking. When I say that given its pedigree, I was expecting more. Yes.
But we did have fun in it.
Yes. I mean, I'm not saying that we didn't have fun watching the movie, but if 50% of the fun you get is derived from the ambience or the movie-going experience itself, then, I mean, the film should pick up its slack in bringing you an experience that you enjoy and not just, rely on being, buoyed by the energy of the crowd watching it.
But they're not trying to win an Oscar here.
I guess.
So this is really for the fans. It's a fan servicey project and at the same time featuring Hong Kong tourism. So everybody wins. Win, meta win.
Well, I mean, sure. It gets a pass from me because it was set in Hong Kong.
And we love Hong Kong.
I love Hong Kong. By the way, just one more thing to add. One thing that I really didn't like about this film is how quick the ending felt.
It was a little abrupt.
Yes, it ended very abruptly. Or the alluded conclusion, although we were set up for it from the beginning, it just happened.
Yeah.
And then it ended. So...
And also the tonal whiplash. We were just giddy a few moments ago and then it just suddenly becomes serious.
Yeah, that's true. So for Under Parallel Skies,
yes.
I mean, we'll give positives to the chemistry.
And the acting.
And of course, the setting. Although we would have loved a bit more depth. And a fully formed conclusion. If
not rushed.
Not a rushed conclusion. So for Under Parallel Skies, we will be giving it a
solid
B+.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So let's now move on to the next film. In this episode, I will be reviewing Challengers.
Tashi, a former tennis prodigy turned coach, is married to a champion on a losing streak. Her strategy for her husband's redemption takes a surprising turn when he must face off against his former best friend and Tashi's former boyfriend. So, Roy, what did you think of Challengers?
Okay. yung unang pumasok sa isip ko after we saw this film centered around how everyone reacted dun sa ending niya. Okay? Sobrang grabe yung intense high note na natapos yung sine. Na parang yung last time na nagkaroon ako na naka-experience ako ng ganong klaseng talagang rapturous applause after a movie was yung The Dark Knight Rises. Kasi yung crescendo ganun yung sorry and this is not, I hope I'm not spoiling it, na yung parang experience ending agad. Pero kasi doon mo masusukat kung panalo ba yung sine o hindi. Kung na-stick niya yung landing And dito pa lang sasabihin ko na na-stick niya yung landing talaga.
Yeah, it's an understatement.
Yes, sticking the landing is an understatement. Pero the film that precedes this epic landing was also all sorts of epic as well. As in, talagang yung setup pa lang niya, yung framing device ng kwento,
and the sound.
oh my God, the sound is...
oh my God, the sound. The use of sound in this movie.
Nagmamarinate yung tenga natin sa scene na to. Tsaka yung score. I mean, Atticus Ross and Trent Reznor, Diyos ko Mariosep, they've made some of the most iconic scores. Recent film history, like yung The Social Network.
Ooh.
Kaya, I mean, yung nakakatawa na makita mong, okay, galing sila doon sa Nine Inch Nails. I mean, if you're familiar with that band, they're a metal band.
Well, they are musicians though.
Pero yun na nga grabe yung paggawa nila ng, ang naisip ko sa kanila na parang ganun yung yung parang siyang si Junkie XL, si Tom Holkenberg. Yung gumawa ng score ng Mad Max Fury Road.
Oo nga.
Yun naman, si Junkie XL naman, DJ naman siya.
Yeah.
Pero yung ganun din na
intuitive sila because they are musicians. They know how to make the audiences feel.
Yes. Yun, thank you. That's exactly one of the biggest strengths of this film's score. Is sa simula, ma-off-put ka kung gaano siya ka seemingly random.
Yeah.
Yung parang score niya. Kasi yung score niya, parang club synth na talagang
EDM.
Parang EDM, oo. Pero the more na tumatagal yung scene, the more na naiintindihan mo na siya yung nagpropel ng intensity, ng emotion with every scene that passes.
And yung build-up din. You can actually feel the build-up with the music. Kahit yung music, di ba, there's parang progression of intensity.
True. Kasi para siyang pagkakagamit niya nung music niya sa simula, syempre i-build up niya yung energy. Tapos pagdating sa gitna, medyo nag-reach tayo ng konting level, medyo may magpa-plateau tayo, emotionally speaking. Pero hindi siya yung bumababa yung energy.
Yes.
Pero yun tama kayo, pagdating dun sa may patapos na, parang nagfo-full blast na yung energy ng music And talagang, sorry, kung ito yung una nating masasabi, kasi napaka yung impeccable nung sound design and nung scoring niya. Pero of course, we have to recognize then how great the acting is.
Oh, yes.
We were talking after the screening with one of our movie buddies, Ray Knight.
Night of Fun. You can follow him
on TikTok and on Instagram. So he said kanina na he feels like Zendaya deserves a nomination for this. And
definitely agree.
I wholeheartedly agree. Actually, if anything nga, feeling ko, siya yung magiging Margot Robbie next year.
Pwede.
Siya yung nominated for acting.
And for producer.
And for producing.
Sa Best Picture,
no? Kasi niya to produced by meron siya nung vanity credit
Oo nga, no?
Kasi ito, sino ang produce dito? Of course, Guadagnino. Tapos, si Amy Pascal. And then there's a few others. And then there's her. Na siya yung talagang produced by.
Oo nga
So talagang pinroject niya talaga to.
Yeah. And this is just right after Dune. The Dune success.
Yun pa.
She's having a streak.
Yes, very much so.
We can safely consider her or categorically declare her as a modern movie star.
Yeah. I mean, nakakatawa kasi just a few years ago, nagkaroon ng discourse na the concept of the movie star is dead.
Yeah. But they're reviving it.
Exactly.
Right?
And that notion was egged on by the fact that people aren't watching movie star movies anymore. They're going out to see IP or intellectual property based movies.
Yeah,
Yun.
yun yung sequel.
Yun, puro MCU, ganun. I mean, this is not to disparage the MCU or what, kasi we love it. And
Yeah, we're great fans of it.
Yes. Pero dahil doon sa yung pagiging recognizable ng characters instead of the actors, yun na nga, medyo nawala yung kinang nung concept nung pag may movie star tapos the movie is gonna earn a lot of money based on the name alone.
True.
Pero eto, would you agree with me if I said na there are a new generation or there's a crop of new generation movie stars coming out recently, like Timothée Chalamet,
Ryan Gosling,
Ryan Gosling, sasabihin ko sana yun. Zendaya, yun. People are going out to see movies because
they star in it.
They star in it. Yun. I mean, we're so excited to see The Fall Guy coming out May 1st here in the Philippines. And of course, Timothée Chalamet just obliterated the box office with Wonka and Dune Part 2. Diba? Ako, I'm hoping talaga na her star power, I mean Zendaya, really, really carries this movie here in the Philippines.
Yes.
Yon.
I think her fan base here in the Philippines is active naman because of Euphoria. She
True.
speaks to the Gen Z demographic. So I think, they'll watch this film because Zendaya is in it.
Pero, sorry masabi ko lang yun dun sa concept na yun. Natatawa ako kasi, of course, yun, from what I understand, because I know you're the one who watches Euphoria.
Yeah, I watched it.
Amongst the two, between the two of us. Pero alam ko yun dun sa Euphoria kasi, yung kwento nun is more, parang tama nga, Gen Z.
Yes.
Yun. Pero dito kasi sa...
Well, I couldn't personally relate because it's about...
Of course. Oo. It's the kids and how they are these days.
Yes.
Yun. Pero yung sa challengers dito, medyo, I'm going to be interested to see how her fan base reacts to seeing na she portrays essentially someone much older than them. Kasi this movie jumps from timeline to timeline.
Yun din yung isa pang nakakakiliti ng brain eh.
Sobra.
The time jumps.
Oo.
And the non-linear storytelling.
Yan.
I absolutely love that.
Yes.
It wasn't lazy. Diba? It challenges you.
It does.
Quote unquote.
It does. It really does. And it's very heartening to see na may gumagawa pa rin ng ganitong kind of movie that doesn't just sound good, doesn't just look good, but still also makes you think.
Yes.
It's sad na that kind of movie has become a rarity in recent time, pero with Dune, yung ganon, ano pa ba yung mga ibang parang naging
Poor Things.
Oppenheimer. Yun, Oppenheimer, ganyan.
The big Oscar winners.
Barbie.
Oh.
Yun, it's very heartening to see na the movies for adults is making a resurgence.
Yes. Another special mention would be Civil War.
Yun, ayun nga pala, and Late Night with the Devil.
Yeah.
Yun, yung mga ganong movies na talagang really challenges you both viscerally and intellectually.
True.
Oo. And of course, props to the writing of the film by Justin, I hope I'm gonna pronounce this right, Justin Kuritzkis. Yan. Nung gumagawa ako nung outline natin kanina, nakita ko na playwright siya. So, nung nakita ko, okay. So,
Kaya pala yung flow ng dialogue nila, it feels like a tennis match.
Yon.
Pagdating sa mga dialogue exchange
yung
nila,
batuhan
no?
nila.
Grabe. Sobrang wow. And I also remember another movie friend of ours, shout out to Andrew of Smash That Screen, who mentioned that it reminds him of Itu Mama Tambien.
Oo. Oh, yes. Yung classic na coming-of-age tale from Alfonso Cuarón. And may sinabi kanina na parang, parang Cruel Intentions.
Yes.
Yon. Na nakakatuwang makakita ng isang filmmaker and writer. Playwright at that. Na gagamit siya nung essentially the erotic thriller playbook. Yun kasi sobra na niyang nawala altogether in recent times. Kasi syempre, ang naging focus na ng Hollywood is make the movies that make money.
Superhero movies.
Superhero movies, IP movies, sequels, ganyan. Again, nothing wrong with them because we also appreciate them.
Yeah, but we're tired of it, diba?
Pero once in a while naman, bigyan nyo naman kami ng
something
sine
original.
Yung original, yung tipong gagana yung utak namin. Yung ganon.
Something that will surprise us for a change, no?
And yun na nga, may Dune earlier this year. Now, Challengers. And I'm pretty sure na this is going to be a contender come award season. Actually, nakakatawa nga kasi, di ba usually kapag award season, nagsisimula yung buzz niyan mga July, August, ganon. Summer. Hindi man summer, yung mga Cannes, Venice, ganon. Pag mga festivals yan, lalabas na yan, May, ganon. Pero, ang aga na nagsimula, like March, late February pa lang. Dune. Tapos,
we have Civil War. Late Night with the Devil.
Ako yung Late Night with the Devil, ano ko yun na frontrunner sa screenwriting ngayon pa lang. Or not frontrunner, pero one in contention. Yes. Sorry, yan. Tapos idagdag mo pa tong Challengers na sa lahat ng aspect, meron siyang laban. We haven't even talked about the fantastic cinematography
yes,
of this film.
And the visual effects.
Yes, credited, the cinematography credited to Sayombu Mukdiprom. Okay, I hope I pronounced that right.
And the editing then.
Yes, the editing by Marco Costa. Not giving anything away, pero there's a fantastic sequence towards the end of the film that feels straight out of an anime. Talaga.
Sobra. As in.
Kaya din,
I think I said that right after screening. Sabi ko sa'yo, shit, yung lalo na when they cut to a flashback or parang they cut to something that informs their frame of mind and emotional state.
Yun, alam mo, ito nga. Ito, sige, take this how you will Pero, itong buong scene na to, pa siyang isang feature-length na slam dunk. Para siyang ganun na yung tipong...
Or high-Q, you can also compare.
Na parang bawat isang galaw nila doon sa court, biglang merong 20-minute flashback na biglang explain kung bakit ganun yung ginawa niya. Yung mga ganun.
That was so...
Napaka-anime.
Kinilig ako doon.
Tapos yun sa dulo na yung talagang nag-ramp up na yung intensity and emotion.
Literal na climax.
Oo. Akala ko nga parang magiging, alam mo yung bigla magkakat, mag-freeze frame, tapos lalabas yung yung Japanese na to be continued sa gilid.
Yun talaga yung edge of your seat na last 5 minutes. Yun talaga.
Super. Merong isang sequence dito na, and again, this is about, tennis. May isang super fantastic sequence dito na the camera perspective becomes the tennis ball.
Ang galing nga kasi parang they were able to do or execute all possible vantage points in a tennis match. So, I'll never look at tennis matches the same way ever again.
Oo nga, parang bigla naging sobrang intense bigla manood ng tennis ngayon.
Oo, parang ano kayang nangyayari sa ano? Bakit kaya ganun siya gumalaw?
Bakit ganun yung tingin niya dun sa kalaban niya?
Oo.
Bakit siya tumingin sa coach niya ng ganun?
Oo.
Bakit nilagay dun sa...
Nasaan yung backstory nito?
bakit nilagay dun sa part ng racket niya yung bola niya?
Oo nga, bakit kaya tumitingin siyang ganun dun sa isa sa mga audience? Sino kaya yun?
Yung ganun Tapos, I mean, siguro mag-fall apart yung scene kung yung pag-jump niya back and forth doon sa titular challengers match. And the film itself might have fallen apart if the story, yung mga backstories na lumalabas every so often nag-jump siya from the titular challengers match papunta dun sa backstories nila, the story that binds them together, silang tatlo, was weak or parang sobrang parang lang
drop in intensity gano'n.
Oo, drop in intensity.
Or,
yun, exactly.
Makakasira doon sa momentum.
Sa flow. Pero ang nakakatuwa nga kasi parang kung gaano ka-intense yung tennis match, ganun din ka-intense yung binabalikan nating backstories.
And it adds layers. Kaya nga mas maganda nga yung pagkaka-frame nung narrative
True.
Kasi every moment in that pivotal tennis match, sobrang dami niyang layers. And it was easy to follow, by the way.
Yes.
Yung jumping timelines niya was specifically,
May purpose
defined.
yung yung it might seem na random siya kasi biglang 13 years ago, tapos biglang last week, tapos biglang 12 years ago, tapos biglang last night. Yung mga ganon.
So, masterful direction talaga.
And writing. Oo, talaga. And everything, tama kayo sabi mo kanina na is very intentional. Right down to these little details na akala mo parang throwaway lang or parang an in-joke between characters. Pero may isang moment doon na doon sa bayban ng dulo, nung biglang bumalik yun na parang oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yun na yun.
I love how the director really,
it rewards
your attention.
Yeah. Talaga.
Sobrang, lahat ng nangyayari dun sa pelikula was deliberate and with intention.
Oo.
And it rewards you for paying attention to it.
Yun. And we're gonna circle back to the lost art of movies for adults. Yun talaga yung babalikan natin eh. Kasi, eto, I can't consider Dune as a movie for adults.
Isn't it a YA book?
Essentially, it is. Pero, syempre, over the years, tumanda na yung mga fans nun. So, parang, na siya, naging universal yung kwento niya.
Okay.
Pero, yung mas adult films like, yun nga, Civil War, Late Night with the Devil, yung mga ganito, Challengers, nakakataba ng puso makita na nag-make siya ng comeback dito sa film landscape natin.
Yeah.
And much less na nadadala tong mga sine na to dito sa atin sa Pilipinas.
Yeah.
Yan. By the way, this film is showing exclusively in Ayala Mall Cinemas.
Yes, thank you so much, Ayala Cinemas, for inviting us on the special advanced screening.
Forgive us if medyo scattershot yung aming opinion about Challengers kasi one, we don't want to spoil this fantastic Oscar caliber film that we're calling it.
It's a movie experience.
It really is. Watch it with the biggest screen that you can find that Ayala has the best sound and with the biggest crowd that you can basta punuan. Watch this opening weekend, please. Kasi talagang, this is a crowd experience.
Yes.
Talaga. Hindi siya yung tipong papanoorin tapos lahat parang, pag sinabing film for adults, yung contemplative lahat tapos talagang nakikinig. Hindi eh.
It's not that kind of film.
It's not eh.
It will, parang sobrang, hindi mo makokontrol yung sarili mo. You have to cheer and you have to, just sobrang edge of your seat talaga. Parang ka talaga nanonood ng tennis match.
Watching a tennis match. Exactly. Yan. Nauutal na ako sa sobrang ganda. Naghahalo yung yung parang, spoil ba tayo? Or, see, I'm walking on eggshells saying something. It's not because then, sinabi na tayo na no spoilers, Yeah. Hindi. We really want you all to experience this fresh. If possible, siguro panoorin nyo lang yung teaser trailer lang. Huwag nyo panoorin yung official trailers na.
Yeah.
And then just go into it blind. This is
the same way we did.
Oo.
Best way to watch it.
Talagang one of the best films of 2024.
Sobrang yung thrilling. Grabe yung high natin pagkatapos.
It's a very thrilling, intense, very sexy film. Talaga. And it's funny na we can get to use that adjective again in describing a film. Kasi parang pag sinabi mo dati, ganyan, mga certain certain kinds of films na...
Our friend CJ Says Vlog knows.
Yes, yung mga favorite nila, CJ and ni Goldwyn. Pero pwede mo naman din kasi masabi na kapag a movie is sexy in the sense na...
In a non-sexualized
way. May ganun eh. Diba? Na parang... the movie can be sexy but not sexualized. Sobrang niyang erotically charged. Yun yung best way to describe this. It's the most thrilling erotic thriller ever.
There's a rarity of that.
Oo.
There's not much films anymore tackling or under that genre, no? Napaka-underutilized ng genre na yan.
Diba?
And to tell a compelling story.
Yun pa.
Yun.
Not just yung to titillate.
Yun yung clincher dun eh.
Oo eh. Kasi parang pwedeng, so many outfits are making movies about sex these days.
Yeah. And it's just basically porn.
It's just,
Pero yung tasteful, erotic, and it serves the story, That's rare.
And it not just serves the story but parang adds a layer of parang
Intrigue
and very, very thick tension dahil doon. Tama nga yung sinabi mo kanina, parang cruel intention siya eh. Ganun siya ka, parang, shit, paano matatapos to? Ganun.
Yeah.
And kung yung paano matatapos to is one of the best things about this film.
Yeah.
Talaga.
Obviously, kita nyo naman yung kilig namin. I mean, rinig nyo naman.
Grabe kanina. I mean, usually when we're watching siguro these high caliber films, the usual crowd that we are with would give a polite smattering of applause after the film. As is customary naman.
Yes.
Pero grabe yung ending. Pagkatapos ng kanya talagang cheers talaga.
Everybody was leaning in. Tapos talagang, alam mo yun?
Ay, nakita ko yun. Napansin ko yun.
Sobrang lahat nakakapit. And talagang they're holding their breath and waiting what's gonna happen. Alam mo yun? Intense. One of the most unique movie experiences we had.
Grabe. Talaga.
And this is becoming a very promising year in movies, no? Ang daming magaganda.
April pa lang, ha? Diyos ko Mariosep,
just this week alone, ang dami nating mga screenings na inattendan.
Yeah. We saw Abigail last April 15.
That was also an awesome movie.
Awesome movie. By the way, full review, written review will be up on our website soon. Same with YOLO. Yun.
Yes.
Another fantastic film.
Yes.
We're also going to have a written review up soon. And meron aforementioned Civil War, Lated with the Devil, even The First Omen. I mean,
yes.
It's been a great month for movies so far. And then next month, meron tayong Fall Guy. And then Furiosa. I mean, not to get ahead of ourselves, pero medyo nakaka-excite tong upcoming slate of movies. Talaga.
Yeah. And don't forget, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
So, call back. Naalala niyo sabi kanina na meron tayong magiging upcoming promotion about monkey business. Yun na yun. Something related to Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. So, stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. Anything else to add? Final thoughts for challengers?
I think it's a no-brainer.
Final thoughts pa ba tayo? Sabi na natin.
Sabihin mo na yung rating natin.
Ay my God. This is mga
surprise.
A+ of the year.
Yeah.
Super duper. Talaga. Gabi nakailang A+ na tayo ngayon. April pa lang.
Oo nga eh. Baka akala nila pinamimigay lang natin yung A+.
Grabe.
No?
Di naman. Grabe, no? Of course, there's Dune. Then there's Civil War, Lated with the Devil, and then this. Another A+ fantastic film. Talaga. Go see it when it releases on cinemas, in Ayala Mall Cinemas exclusively on April 24. Yes, again, a hearty recommendation from the Cinegeeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's it for Under Parallel Skies and Challengers. If you've seen any one or both of the movies, please share with us what you thought about it. Comment it on our social media accounts or down below on our Spotify episode page.
And don't forget to set your players to automatically download our new episodes so you don't miss out on our fun Cinegeek conversations. And while you're at it, please give us a 5-star rating on Spotify and Apple Podcasts if you had fun or if you learned something new during this episode.
All right. For my co-host Troy, this has been Angela. Thank you for listening to the Cinegeeks Podcast, where movies, TV, and all things geek collide.